Hey there, fellow action figure aficionados. Welcome back. David Eon here with another virtual video tour in the Action Figure and Toy Museum. This time it's everything Archie. That's right, everything Archie. As you can see here, we're looking at action figures and things that were made for the Archies. More specifically, the Archies show, not the comics, which is what this is. These toys, action figures made by Marx in 1975, are really for the Filmation Saturday morning cartoon show, which I believe first aired in, September of 1968, I think. Only ran for about a year. There's only really one season, but it was in syndication forever, and there were other incarnations of the show, including Sabrina the Teenage Witch, that I think premiered in 1971 and ran till 74. But there we go, Marx Archies, 9.5-inch action figures. The articulation is 8, I want to say 8 points of articulation technically, because you've got the neck, the waist, the shoulders, the hips, but then the knees are jointed, but they're jointed with a cable. It's not like normal jointing articulation. It's like the bendy knee kind of thing, like you would find with a Barbie doll. So technically that's 8. And you have your 4 standard figures minus Reggie. I don't know why they didn't make Reggie. He was in every episode. And they didn't make Jughead's dog either, Hot Dog. It would be neat if they made Hot Dog, I think. So they made the 4 standard figures. And that's Veronica, of course. Ooh, Veronica Girl. Who gets that reference? Betty. Jughead. Hey, Jughead. And then Archie here, made by Marx. Again, 1975. They reused the artwork on all the cards. It's decent enough artwork, nice and simple, which is something I like about the original Archies. I don't like the modern incarnation at all. I don't bother with it, but I like the original Archies. The earlier, the better. Really simple, really fun, I think. And they skimped on the cards because there's nothing on the back. That's right, nothing printed on the back at all. Nothing, nada. But the cardstock, that's pretty thick. I don't know how well you can tell from looking at this, but the cardstock on this, there you go, see? Very solid, very solid. So I'll give them that. They have solid cardstock. And I've got 2 versions of Archie here. Ignore the couple in the middle. Don't pay attention to what they're doing. 2 versions of Archie here because there were variants in basically packaging and in the texture and color of the clothing. You could find variations, like right here, packaging variation. There's a plastic strap across his legs, and here there's a twist tie. And then you see he's got lighter colored jeans, the sweater's slightly different. I'm not into variants with this at all. I just happened across this one in another lot and said, oh, well, since they're different, I'll just hold on to it. They also did outfits for all of these characters. I think there's at least a half a dozen outfits for the boys and then for the girls. And you see this says outfits for Archie and Jughead. That is what they deemed to be male clothing that you could put on Archie or Jughead. And this was 49 cents originally from Odd Job. Odd Job. So I guess when he left Goldfinger's employment, he opened up a store of his own. See if anyone gets that reference. And you see there's nothing on the back of this either. Nothing there. On the back of the Marx Archie carded outfits. And again, I'm not huge on the outfits. I just happened to get that in a lot and said I'll keep those as an example. But I'm not hunting down outfits. Now this is the carrying case. And this one has never been opened. It's still sealed. There's the tag on the back. Marx Toys, collect them all, and it shows you that same artwork again. That's similar to that, and it's also pictured here with the jalopy in the background, which I think displays really nicely. There's also a jalopy. I don't have it. I do not have a jalopy. It's very difficult. These aren't too terribly expensive if you wanted to go find them. But the jalopy is. It's the most expensive piece out of this entire series. So finding one still sealed in the box, it's a bit much. Now over here, we have the Mattel versions. The Mattel versions, you can see they scaled things back quite a bit with these. And these are not even action figures. These are basically dolls. They're rag dolls with a vinyl head. And they're about 7 inches tall. And they were made in 1976, I believe. Or 1977, I'm sorry. It was 1977 that Mattel made these. And you see now they have replaced Betty with Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Still no Reggie. But now Betty's been replaced with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so obviously this ties in with the Sabrina the Teenage Witch Filmation Saturday morning cartoon show. So you've got Jughead, Archie, Veronica, and Sabrina. And even Jughead knows it. He said, hey, look, Arch, we're dolls. I always knew Veronica was a doll. Wah, wah. Straight from TV and the comics, America's lovable teenagers are now soft, huggable dolls. I don't know how much hugging you're going to get out of this. You know, they're kind of really tiny. Really tiny there. And as well as skimping quite a bit by making this into a little rag doll, they skimped on the cards as well. This is extremely flimsy. This card is, as I've often referenced when I talk about cheap cards, cereal box cardboard right here. And it does have a little strip on the back. It says, no kidding, you know what, Jughead? They've got dolls at toy stores that look like us. Yeah. Speaking of dolls, there's Veronica. Let's take her to the store and surprise her. How? You don't have any money, Jughead. You never do. Why go anywhere? Sabrina will bring us, or bring the store to us, rather. Zap. Oh, well, nobody's perfect. Who wants to drive? And I guess she's supposed to have created the jalopy. There's always been a jalopy. And indeed, there is a jalopy with this set that completes this set, which is right here. And again, is one of the hardest pieces to find, just like with the Marx Archie set, which is a far superior set to the Mattel one. Difficult to find this unused or sealed in the box or mint in the box. Very difficult. And the Sabrina also can command a bit of a higher price than do the other figures, but they are also not very expensive. They're really not very expensive if you were looking for something like this for your collection. So there you go. Everything Archie, at least as far as the 70s are concerned, because I know that dolls were made a couple of other times, you know, especially in the 90s. I think there was a set made. I can't remember who manufactured it. But everything Archie's, as far as the 70s is concerned, as far as Filmation is concerned. Thoughts? Any fans of the Archies out there? Is this something you'd be interested in? Again, you should be able to find all of these for a relatively decent price, with the exception of the jalopies. And the carrying case in this kind of condition might cost you a bit more, but you can find the cases. Outfits are really inexpensive, usually. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please do. Give the video a thumbs up, share it if you can, subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other content if you're new to the channel. We're big on toys and action figures and comics and vintage media, vinyl records and vintage movies, even commercials. If it's nostalgic, we love it. And if that's it, then what more can we say? But thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.